Developing partnerships is a key component of implementing a successful alumni project. A partnership should advance the goals and objectives of your project and can help you maximize the impact and sustainability of your project. Some options for potential partnerships include local schools and educational institutions, community centers, and community groups, such as a local women's group. You can also refer to the institutions you identified during your community mapping. There are a number of reasons why you might want to develop a partnership to implement your project, such as facilitating more efficient and effective achievement of your goals, pooling resources, creating more long-term sustainable initiatives, and obtaining resources you otherwise wouldn't have access to, and more. Now that you have identified a potential partner, you will need to pitch yourself and your project to them. What is pitching? An elevator pitch is a brief, think 30 seconds way of introducing yourself, getting across a key point or two, and making a connection with someone. Your pitch should answer the questions, who are you and what do you do, in a way that is interesting to whoever your target audience is. A good formula for an elevator pitch is your name or group name, a brief history of your background, for example, a YES alumni. This should be relevant to the people who you're pitching to. What your group or project does and how what your group or project does is relevant to who you're speaking to. Why do you want to do this and how does it benefit who you're talking to? You need to show the value you can bring to this specific individual or group. Don't be humble. Tell your target audience who you are and why you're the best group in your niche. An example might be, hi, my name is Amber and I'm a resident of Virginia. I am developing a project to educate youth about STD and HIV prevention and consent. As a youth center, we'd love to partner with you to host our workshop at your center. The project advances your center's goals of building a more educated and informed youth populace, and the workshop will expose your work to many more youth in our community. There are a number of ways that you can go about pitching ideas to community members, organizations, and groups. You can visit one-on-one, email, or call. You could even reach out to a number of organizations to gauge interest. An important item to remember is to do research before partnering with an organization. Why this organization? How will they contribute to your project? Are there specific people you hope to work with, and why? Remember, don't get discouraged. Developing partnerships can be a difficult task, but it is also essential in creating a sustainable and impactful project. When giving your pitch to potential groups and organizations, also explain to them what benefit they could receive from collaborating with you. Projects are a two-way street, and by helping to give something in return, groups may be more likely to lend a helping hand. Now that you know how to identify a partner and pitch yourself to them, let's hear from Joseph Lambe, a YES alum from Cameroon, about how he developed a partnership for his alumni project.
Hey guys, I'm Joseph Lambe, a YES alumni from Cameroon. So I'll be sharing my experience about developing partnership. It was in 2020 when I was implementing a YES project entitled Mastering the Arts of Public Speaking. So for that project, I had to partner with two others youth-led organizations, the Commonwealth Student Union and the Camera Association for the United Nations. So, how did I identify the partner? Actually, for the Commonwealth Student Union, it was easy for me because I'm a member of that association in my school. So I actually reached out to their president directly, and we had a conversation on what the project was all about and the goal and the objectives and everything. And he was also very enthusiastic about joining me in executing the project. So that's what he did, and we actually partnered. So, and for the Camera Association for the United Nations, I contacted the association through another YES alumni from Cameroon who is a member of that association. He linked me up with their president, and uh, to I explained to him what the project was all about, and he equally joined me in the implementation. So working with both of them actually made my project a great success, because those are two youth-led organizations that have a lot of followers in Cameroon and all over the world. So we actually carried out the structuring of the content together, and equally the speakers or the trainers came from the three different organizations, and the project was actually executed. Everybody actually joined, and from on that day we were able to reach out to about 160 youths online. So, and the tips that I can give to other years alumni that are willing to implement a community service project, and that are willing to partner or to develop a strong partnership, is that number one, you need to be very patient in partnership building, because it can sometimes be challenging, that you have to be making yourself known to those who you want to, in fact, to your potential partners. And sometimes also they might not understand maybe the objective or the goal you have for the project. So you actually need to be patient to work with them and make sure everything in the same pace, because a partnership is like a win-win kind of deal. So it's you win and they win too. So they have to be with you and you have to be with them throughout. And equally, I will also advise transparency, because transparency is one of the great tools that I actually use to make my partner uh, feel like better involved in the project, because I was disclosing all the steps of my project and letting them know maybe the vision that I have, or in fact all the steps to the implementation of the project. So thank you very much, and I wish you great partnerships.
In this video, we learned how to identify potential partners and pitch yourself to them to develop a partnership that will amplify the impact of your project. After watching this video, identify 1 to 2 potential partners that you would be interested in working with. Draft a pitch that you could use with those prospects to develop a partnership. After you've done that, move on to the next video to learn how to develop a monitoring and evaluation plan for your project.